in the Asiatech podcast studio. Drum roll. Are we going to have the drum roll? For the award for the startup most likely to succeed in 2019, I'm joined by the team themselves that hustled the vote all the way to the last minute, winning by 9 votes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had Vaisag from Impress, number 2 in the studio just the other day. He remembers it as 9 votes. So it was well fought to the end. Here we are, the team from Peoplewave. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Hello.
So, you, sir, you've been here a few times.
I have,
So,
yes.
Damien Cummings, if you don't know Damien Cummings, this is the man. You've seen him tell his story. A fantastic story as well. It touched a lot of people as well,
Oh,
your
thank
story
you.
from last year. So, I think a lot of people were rooting for you.
Good.
Yeah.
And it obviously played out in the results as well. So
Well, exactly.
Thank you.
I think it's the classic hero's journey, isn't it, in any sort of myth?
Well, hero is a very big word.
Well, no, I mean, you're the hero of your own journey there, Damien. But
You have to be really, but yeah.
yeah.
But certainly it's good to get the support. So actually, I think being honest, talking about the ups and downs of running a startup, bringing the right people together to actually make it happen, it's been great. And
Yeah.
I think it's good that resonated with people.
Inspiring.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'm glad it inspired.
It did. I mean, Barrett, we talk about Damien's episode in the studio, out of the studio, over lunch. It comes up regularly.
Oh, thank you. You're putting me on the spot, though.
Oh,
Using
yeah,
all these
yeah,
words
yeah.
like hero, inspired.
Well, exactly.
I'm not a hero.
I'm building you up. But no, seriously, because I know people have watched it and they've
Yeah.
been inspired and touched by it. And you say ups and downs. And I recommend anybody watching this now, go and listen to that episode with Damien, because you talk about ups and downs, but there are major ups and downs, right? You know, it's not just like, you know, a few bumps and scratches. You had a big year last year. So to come out of it and in a better position and win an award, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. Well, I've got to thank Matt and Pip actually for kind of helping bring it all together as well. So,
Yeah. Introduce yourselves first. So sitting over there quietly, who have we got? Who's first? Pip.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pip. Philippa Penfold. I'm Vice President of People and Strategy with Peoplewave.
Excellent. And how long have you been with them?
I started in June, but I've been a part of Damien's journey since for
The
a
very
number
beginning,
of years.
yeah.
Yeah. So
you knew each other
I
before, like from Australia?
professionally here in Singapore.
Okay.
We moved in similar circles in the marketing space.
Yeah.
But my background is HR, and of course, because Damien was building out an HR product, he was looking to HR people to reach out to for product advice. So we had numerous lunches talking about products. One day an MVP appeared, and the conversation just grew from there. And I loved the products. You know, as an HR person, I loved what he was building. So when the opportunity came to join in June, I jumped at it.
Excellent. Cool. I want to know what you did to hustle votes for this. How did it happen? So what was the secret? Where did it come from? Did it come from you? Or was
no,
it?
you can't look at me. I gave my
'Cause
vote.
HR
and that was
people
about
know
it.
a lot of people. So.
We do.
Yeah.
We don't tend to leverage it so much in that way.
Right.
So I confess I made my one appropriate vote.
One vote.
Left it
That
to
was enough.
everybody else.
I voted. That's enough. You, sir.
Hello, I'm Matthew Streeton. I'm the COO of Peoplewave. I've been with us for about 5 months now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you joined roughly the same time, in middle of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And your background before that?
Oh, a bit varied. My first career was a British diplomat, which served in this part of the world, and others. I then was an entrepreneur in Central Africa, and then I came back to Singapore, where I got involved in HR, particularly recruitment, and my gig before this was running a recruitment company.
Good. So you've got a very extensive network. Did you hustle the votes?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit. We're fascinated by hustlers here at Asiatech Podcast generally. How did you hustle the votes? What's the secret? What did you do?
Well, one has a personal network you build up over the years, and I reached out to them and made them personal for them and informed them that they needed to make sure that we won, and then they took an interest in it, and they would kept sending me messages every half an hour. Oh, so-and-so's 3 ahead, or you're this.
Yeah.
And then I reached out to some other people I knew in the Philippines, and they said they'd have a go for us, and then people back in Zimbabwe who said they'd have a go, and friends of ours said, I've just got our London office involved as well because we're all a bit bored, so let's do this. And, it got legs of its own. And then people took ownership of it. When they took ownership of it, they want it to happen. And that was good.
Yeah. It says a lot, though, isn't it, to get people to care for something,
Yes,
to vote.
of course.
I mean, because everybody's busy.
Yes.
To even visit a website, it's hard work these days, isn't it, to get somebody to go there. And I think we were just talking off air about how important that is as a sign and a validation of a startup. If a startup can activate a network, it says a lot, doesn't it?
It does.
Because what happens when you actually want to sell your product? It's similar, isn't it? You've got to go out and hustle, and you've got to tell people about it and get them to take action.
Well, it's a big part of what we do. I mean, fundamentally, it's about building a great network, and we know that if you get a great network, you're going to be successful as a startup. Going back to how we got these votes, I mean, I think when we looked at it, we thought, we've got 50 votes. We'll be fine. We're ahead. Then suddenly we got to 100 votes and say, oh, okay, no problem. Well, we get a few more votes, we'll be fine. And then what happened is that the HR tech category went crazy. Oh, yeah. So, and it seems that that particular category, like 3 of the top 5 or so coming out of there. And we had to basically pull all the stops out. So it was, we have a Telegram group of people who are interested in our products and company. We activated those guys. Now they're all across the world. I was actually personally sending WhatsApps, and I know many of our team were. We've got a tech hub in the Philippines, and those guys are on the ground, hustling votes, getting their friends, getting their partners, getting business associates doing it as well. We activated LinkedIn, so we've got a fair amount of our personal LinkedIn followers, and we were hassling the hell out of those people to actually go on and vote. And of course, then we started to run out. We didn't know who else to go to. So that's when kind of Matt activated the network in Africa. Yeah. I started going to Facebook, which I barely use at the moment, but needed to get back on there and connect with people. Pulled in favors from friends and family, and we did it well. Yeah. But you're right. It's probably a good indication of whether a startup's going to work, because ultimately it doesn't matter how good your product is. You need to market it. You need to get in front of people, and if you've got 1 or 2 degrees of connection, you can generally be successful. Yeah. Yeah.
Products never sell themselves.
Products never sell themselves.
You did a great job, though. How many votes, Barrett? 830.
42.
42, exactly. Every single one was counted to the last vote. No, that's cool. I mean, there was a big difference for you at Impress and then the third place guys. There was like 500 votes. Yeah. I mean, it's phenomenal. Yeah. You two guys were duking it out right to the end. What was it with the HR tech category? Why do you think that was? Like, why was it so competitive? Because there was like 3 or 4 of you really going for it at the early stages.
Well, I guess we in the HR tech category are very competitive people, right?
Oh, right. Okay.
So I guess you look at the other categories. I mean, I don't know what went wrong with those guys. They didn't seem to care, or they weren't engaged. But I think there was a kind of very strong, healthy dose of competition as well. Yeah. Nobody really wanted to come number 2, and I think in our particular category, it went a little overboard. Yeah. And it pushed us all to come a little bit ahead.
Well, it gets personal. Yeah. But I mean, they were good. I mean, Impress were in here, and they fully, gave you the credit you do, right? I think they, it wasn't the fact there was only, there is only one winner in the context of this conversation, but all that top 10 have demonstrated they can do this, and people are watching that. I mean, we had page views, I think, in those few days. We had like 70,000 page views. Nice. A lot of people had looked at it, and hopefully a lot more people now have heard of Peoplewave and heard your story. So, I mean, that's great. I mean, it's job done, really.
Well, if only it was that easy. Yeah. But I can tell you, we have actually had a lot more people say, hey, I heard you on the ATP show, or I voted for you, and thank you very much. So, great. It's actually been good getting that exposure. So it's been very helpful.
Great. Well, what a good start to the year. So on that note, we will do what you came here for. The unveiling of the award, the ATP. So startup most likely to succeed. Can we just show that?
Yay!
There you go. No clap yet. I'm going to give it to you, and then you clap. That's how it works in awards. I didn't win it, Damien. There you go. So presenting to Peoplewave for an awesome job. Well done. Startup most likely to succeed in 2019, as voted for by 7,200 registered LinkedIn members. So bona fide people out there, and the winner outright for Asia. Peoplewave, well done, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now you can have your drum roll. But we have to have a speech. Have to have a speech.
Oh, we need to do a speech now. Yeah. Is that why we're here?
Yes.
Someone else want to start?
Thank you. Who are you going to thank? Have you got the list, right? Just pull it out.
I feel like we're in the Oscars. Yeah. But no, well, obviously we've got to thank our community. If we go through and everyone who really kind of supported us. We had a very strong Telegram community, so thank you to everyone there. We had a very strong LinkedIn community, and we've got thousands of people who followed us. And of course, people actually have reached out to us on an individual level there. Friends, family have actually reached out via WhatsApp or Facebook. Our Philippines team and all of their friends and family. Just generally everyone who supported us.
Yeah, so. Yeah, fantastic.
But of course, because it's almost 900 votes, too many to thank in once.
Yeah, exactly.
So, which is great.
Yeah, that's good and fantastic. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and I think that we'll be back next year.
We will be.
We'll give you a head start. We'll give you like a
I
couple
got
of
to
months.
tell you though, it was pretty stressful in the end there. So
I
when
don't
you
want to give you any extra. You've got to run a business. I don't want to give you an extra stress.
no, we're on the weekend, right? So you take away the last hour of it. It's like, where are we? So we're all kind of anxious. I think
Oh,
the
you mean
whole
when we paused it?
you paused.
Yeah,
Well,
we had to because the voting was going crazy, and somebody has to actually watch the feeds and the votes because if somebody if something goes wrong or there's anything that looks suspicious, we have to stop that before it happens. So we had to pause it. I thought, there's no way I'm staying up, or any of us are staying up to like 4 a.m. on Friday.
Well, we did stay up to 4 a.m. on Friday, so we're the ones actually hustling the votes.
Yeah. But I wasn't winning, you see. So
we weren't winning at the time either. Actually, I think it was the Sunday last push that really got us over the line. So
well,
stressful but fun. It was very exciting in the end.
Where are you going to put that? I know it's a very expensive award, but I think the effort that went into it is probably more valuable than the cost of the award. But.
Well, we're actually changing offices at the moment, so we don't know where we're going to end up in the next few weeks, but certainly we're going to put a pride of place somewhere. So we've won a few awards before in terms of things like industry recognition and so on, but this, my friend, is the only time we physically have representation at an award that we can put up there. Yeah. So it's our one physical thing that we can say we've won that.
I know we live in the digital era, but it's analog awards are where it's at, right? That's real. You can touch it and feel it and put it on your company mantelpiece. Right?
Exactly.
Talk about it.
Well, we don't have a company mantelpiece, but when we get one, it'll go right in the middle. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it's been fantastic having Peoplewave in the studio. A lot of fun. You guys have been great sport. You've done a fantastic job. You have a lot of supporters out there. So I hope that what it says on the award comes true.
Thank you very much. What do you think it is? Yeah.
Thank you.
Excellent, guys. Thanks very much.